Hello out there, and thank you for tuning in to Youthful Voice. My name is Shavonda Bailey, and I'm the president of Active Concern Team. For those of you who have never heard of ACT, we are an active organization that reaches out to youth in the community who are seeking to make a change to better themselves and their community. This is our first segment of Youthful Voice, and today our discussion will revolve around solutions. We have several different students with us today to voice their opinions of different solutions that we could do to prevent so many unnecessary crimes from taking place in our communities. Starting from the back, will you please introduce yourself and the school that you attend?
Hello, my name is Trevante Belvin, and I attend Bayshore High School.
Hi, I'm Tariana Williams, and I attend Manatee High School.
I'm Lucia Gonzalez. I'm a high school graduate from Palmetto High School.
Hi, I'm Lanaya Allett, and I attend Manatee High.
Hi, I'm Karen Mata, and I attend Palmetto High School.
I just wanted to say thank you all for joining us today. And, you know, we're here to talk about solutions to a lot of the crimes that have been taking place in our community. So I want to start by asking the question, how do you all think that we've gotten this bad with all the crimes that have started to take place in our communities? Lanaya, can you answer that for me?
Yes. What I think happened was that the parents, they haven't been teaching their children to act right and do right, because it seems like they don't care about their children as much as they used to back then.
Trevante, can you add to what Lanaya said?
I agree with Lanaya. Also, yeah, the parents, they haven't been buckling down like they used to, because, you know, mainly because Child Protective Service, my mom liked to say, you know, they taking out a lot of the stuff that they used to do back then, you know, and it's just gotten out of control for the teenagers especially.
Karen, I saw you nodding a lot.
Yeah,
can you add to what they were saying?
I also agree with that. You know, some parents, like I know I have a couple friends that some parents really don't take responsibility, and it's also, you know, the community, how it's all around, like bad examples and everything.
Okay. What do you think that, you know, some of the parents can do to change the attitudes and the mindsets of our youth in the community?
Well, right now I'm taking classes to be a good parent. It's called ECE. And so I think it's great for parenting classes so they can know how to, you know, understand their children and put themselves in their shoes and not just spoil them, because I know a lot of children that are spoiled.
That's awesome. Putting the shoe on the other foot.
Yeah.
Tariana, can you tell us what are some of the ideas that you could think of that we can do as a community to help?
Well, I have a blank mind right now, but we can, you know, have like meetings like we do now, but we can invite different types of families there who has issues in their family, like not buckling down on their children and things like that.
Okay. And Lucia, can you think of some of the things that we can do in our community to provide a service to our youth?
Well, I agree with Sharonda, what she said. We just need to get like a group of people or parents just to buckle down on their children, like to explain to them like why don't they like watch over their kids.
So it sounds like it's more of a listening issue with the parents. And you guys dealing with your own parents, do you feel like your parents listen?
Not all the time, no.
No?
No.
Trey, I saw you raise your hand.
Not all the time. You know, I try to get my mom to see things from my point of view, you know, like what am I going through, but she likes to think like they have that mindset, you know, they always say we've been there, we've done that, but they don't like to listen to our story.
Karen?
Well, I think sometimes like my parents don't have time because of the economy that is right now. like they have to work and they have other children, like my younger brother, they have him to attend because, you know, he needs more attending. So sometimes they don't have time to listen, but, you know, they do when they can.
Right. That's a great point that you brought up, the economy. And I mean, with so many of our youth that have dropped out of school, that are out on the streets, how do you feel the economy has an effect on them?
Well, I feel like they're not ready for it. Like, there's young girls that get pregnant. There's young people that, you know, are ready, like, are already starting a family, but they don't see the economy is so bad that, you know, it's not ready. They're not ready for it.
Actually, I heard or read somewhere that for people, like, they're trying to encourage marriages to last longer.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, because if there's a single mother or single parent out there, they need help from the government, and that just makes it like that. Like they need like food stamps or something, and that's not that good for the economy either, you know. The government
I noticed
has to pay for
that
it.
seems to be an epidemic among our youth. And it's not only the young girls' fault, I would say. I think it's young men that are involved too, because a lot of the young men, once the female is pregnant, they are out of the picture.
give up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
leave.
It's pretty
They're
much
out of the picture.
And that's, again, you know, blame to the parents. Like, the parents don't help them, don't say, hey, you know, that's your child. You have to take care of it.
And more like, so if you get pregnant, oh well, then that's your business.
Wow. Wow. That's mind-blowing. I mean, what do you guys feel that we can do, or you as an individual can do, to better yourself to help someone else better themselves?
I would say first, get yourself an education before you try to educate other people. Because if you don't have an education, how can you educate someone else?
Very good. Tariana, can you add?
Yeah, I agree with Lanaya. If you don't have education, how are you going to be able to help someone else who's in need? You can't just go out and be hypocritical and say, oh, not be hypocritical, but you can tell them if you didn't finish school, you can say, don't be like me, learn from my experiences, and be a better person in life. Don't make the same mistakes I say, be better than me.
Yeah,
Kim?
and that's how I learned, like, watching my parents. Like, it actually helps me when they say, look what I have to do, look what I'm going through. You could do so much better if I went to high school and if I started a college, then you could finish college because I know you could do it. Like, it kind of helps me when, you know, I see them struggle and I want to be there for them when I'm older and I want to help them out.
Wow. Awesome. Now, do you guys feel that there are many programs that are provided in the community to help kids stay off the street and out of crimes?
Me personally, I don't think there's enough. There's some, but there's not quite enough to help because there's so many youth out here leading themselves in the wrong path. They don't have nobody to look forward to or to look up to because of the fact that most of the people here, mainly adults and youth, both are going in the wrong path.
Wow. Trey?
One that comes to mind I can only think of is ACT, you know, because, you know, we have a good leader in Miss Shavonda. And, you know, and I've been trying to get some of my friends to come out there too and stay out the streets. I have lots of friends on the streets doing drugs, selling drugs, and it's gotten really bad in the community. And I've always tried to encourage some of my friends to do it. Hopefully they'll see where I'm from my standpoint. Like, it's a really good program.
All right. We'll go to Karen and then go to you, Alanaya.
I think there is some programs out there. School-wise, there's not that many because I know I was talking to my FCCLA teacher. FCCLA is basically, you know, just a group of kids that go out into the community and help, and it's a family thing. And she was saying that there's not that many anymore because of budget cuts and everything, that there's not that many groups anymore to help out. Like, we're one of the only ones. And also another ECE teacher, like, she got, you know, she doesn't work there anymore because of the budget cuts. You know, now she has big classes, she doesn't have time to do all this stuff, and, you know, she can't do that program anymore. Like, she needs help, and that's why, you know, she's looking for us, like, as a students to help her out, and we're gonna do a club.
And more so
See.
volunteer your time.
And volunteer and go out in the community and help.
Okay. Lanaya?
Well, I feel like we can have so many programs and stuff going on, but the youth, they don't have the right mindset because our youth today mindset is already gone. Like, they don't care mode. Like, you can have so many programs and you can ask them to come. They'll say they'll come, but then you turn around and you only have maybe a handful of kids that show up because they'll say they'll come, but their mindset is, I'm going to go do this because it's the wrong thing to do.
Good point. Tariana?
Back to what Karen said, my school, Manatee has a FCCLA group. I wanted to join it, but started out too late. But I know I'm going to join it next year because that'll be another way to help out the community in so many different ways because they do a lot of things. They donate food to homeless shelters and get clothes and things like that and help kids out for Christmas presents and things like that. And my teacher told me that she doesn't really want to focus on people who have things and just want to get it for free. She want to really focus on kids who doesn't have this and who really needs it.
Powerful. Lucia, can you add to?
Well, when I was in high school, like, there's not many programs. Like, our program, Vida Joven,
Right.
it's like the only one I've noticed right now. They're trying to get kids, but it's also the kids.
Right.
Like, you try to get them to come, but they won't come. Why? Because, oh, there's other friends that are pulling them back from it. Why? Oh, no, that's lame, don't go to it. Or, I'm too cool for it, why would I do it? So it's not just because of the programs, it's also because of the kids.
Okay. Now, there's a lot of division in our community, and I think that causes a lot of the crime that takes place. With the unity in our community, with the division in our community, how do you guys think that we can bring about a change and bring unity in to whereas you have different cultures and different groups of people working more so together instead of against each other? Tariana?
Like we're doing right now, we have different races here speaking on how they feel about things in the community. We can have a somewhat meeting, something like this, to get more people involved with other different races and how they feel about things in the community.
Okay. Trey, can you add?
I agree a lot with Tariana, what she said. You know, different races come together, join together instead of the violence on the streets and everything. You know, it's not the way to go. You know, everybody come together in the community and see things from a different point of view, and everybody can come up with a compromise, you know, to stop.
Karen, do you think it's possible to bring about a unity?
Yes, I do, because sometimes when I go to Bible club, it's really nice to see all these different races, all these different people just praising the Lord, you know, praising God, and it's just the most amazing thing. And at lunch, it's sad that I do see like different races, like different groups, like cheerleaders over here, these people over here, and
Right.
it's kind of sad. But that's what I like about, you know, Bible club and like other things. When people share the same beliefs, it doesn't really matter about the race.
Okay. Do you guys feel that we can bring hope back to our community? I think that that's where we've actually failed, not only our youth, but the adults as well. And I feel like people have just lost hope and feel like there will not be a change because of all the corruption that's taking place. Lucia, do you feel that we can bring hope back to our community? And if so, how?
I think we can, but you know, we just have to start off one by one, just getting a few group of people together and, you know, them hoping, and then they just grab more people to come in. We just have to take it a step at a time.
Okay. Trey and then Karen.
Yes, first you have to start with yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to try to do something, and then like you do something. Like some people say, well, see, this person isn't doing anything for the community and they have all of this. You can instead of criticizing them, you can try to do something in the community, help them out, make them feel bad about themselves. As a matter of fact, make them want to feel like, man, they're doing all this on this little that they have, and I have all this, and I can come out and help with more.
Karen.
Actually, I've learned a lot lately going to Generation Church and things like that, and the youth group I go to, which is Vida Joven. They just say one by one. That's like the motto, one by one, you know. You start off with one person. If you get the opportunity, do it. Help that person out. Like, it could be the smallest things, like saying, God loves you, you know. Just saying the smallest things to them, and it could help.
Right.
Just, like, you know, whenever you have the opportunity to do it, you know, just try, and one by one, like, we could change the whole world.
Right.
Everything.
Awesome. Tariana and Lanaya both raised their hand at the same time. We'll go to Tariana, then come back to you, Lanaya.
I agree with what Karen said when she said it takes one step at a time. If we were solo and like nobody cared, then the world would be even worse than what it is without these programs. But luckily, we have people like you who stood up and say, well, I'm tired of the community being like this. We can stand up and make a difference. And by us teens being here, we're showing the adults that we're better and that we actually want to make a change in the community.
Powerful. Lanaya.
I would say people are losing hope in themselves and in the community because of the fact that people say they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and then you turn around and they don't end up doing what they say. If you're going to say you're going to do something, do it. Don't tell somebody you're going to do something and they're hoping that you're going to do it and then you don't end up doing it, so they kind of lose hope in everything and stop.
I almost got excited inside because I very much feel that your word is your bond and you have to strongly stand behind what your word is. Did you want to add something?
Yeah, that's like saying, it's like a promise. Like when people break their promises, it's like you have no trust in them, no hope in them, nothing, you don't basically want anything to do with them. But just like they say they'll do like the smallest things, you'll have a little hope in what they'll do as time goes on.
Okay. Now, I mean, with all of the conversation that we've had today, do you guys feel that we can grow as a community? Is there room for growth?
Definitely.
And how do we bring about that growth? Because our motto with ACT is for us to teach each other, and we go back and we reach and get the next one that's coming up. So with that, we're continuously growing. How do you guys feel that we can bring about growth? Trey?
Like I said before, start with yourself. And like they've said, one by one, you know, everybody come in, you know, everybody is capable of doing something. So as we grow with each other, you know, we can help somebody else out there who has nothing, help them come in, invite them into our outreach program, and, you know, everybody can grow together and help out somebody else.
Like Karen said before, you can say the smallest thing to someone and it can brighten their day because you never know what that person has going on behind when you don't see them, or it's like a person at school. You never know what's going on at their household. You can say the smallest thing like, hey, or what's up. It can probably change something for them just to know that someone's there or something like that.
It's good that you said that because I wanted to ask, how do you guys go about making someone else's day? I'll come back to you guys. Let one of the young ladies in front answer. Karen?
It's just, like I said, you know, doing the smallest things. I know just recently, you know, I sat at a table and there was a kid there and I just started having a conversation with him, you know, because he seemed lonely. Like doing things like that, and it doesn't even take much work just to say hi. You don't have to shame people for anything, you know. You could just say hi to somebody and it'd brighten their day, and it's all a cycle. Like if you do something nice for somebody else, and they'll be like, oh, well that's nice, and do something nice for somebody else, and it'll just keep on going.
Right.
And it'll come back to you.
That's great. Lucia?
I usually just, you know, I see a person just walking, and if they look at me, you know, big smile on my face, hello, good morning, and they'll be like, you know, and they'll just walk away with a smile on their face also.
Good. Lanaya?
Me, to brighten up people's day, like I'm a really outgoing person. Like I'm always smiling, and when I see people out of nowhere, I just like smile and I'm like, hey, you want to be my friend? And then and then they think I'm weird because of the fact that I come up to them out of nowhere and say, hey, you should be my friend, and things like that. And they just start laughing, they walk away.
Tariana?
I be with her a lot of the time. She does that, but we do it together, and we try to bring more people in the crowd. It's not like if you see somebody sitting by themselves, yeah, I go sit with them, I speak, you know, just small things.
Trey?
It's funny we're talking about the subject because the paper, you had us write us paper, and mine was on the person's point of view. Like everybody picks on the kid who has little to nothing. Not everybody knows what their situation is. And, you know, you can do a lot of stuff by brightening up their day, you know. You can say hey, you can, you know, sit with them at lunch. You can even, like, give them some of your, like, belongings that you don't use anymore, something like that. Donate to them, you know. That can brighten up the person's day a lot. So
That's awesome. I know that you guys are around a lot of youth all the time, and I know that you guys take notice of the crimes that have been taking place in our community. If you could reach back and just, take someone else in under your wing, what do you think you could teach them to help someone else? Tariana?
In a way, I'd be there for them. If I'll tell them, if you ever need to talk, I'm always here. I always tell my friends that because some of them be in like really serious situations. I always tell them, well, I'm always here for you because I say I love you, but I always be there for them and just to hear their side because you never know, their parents, couldn't be there or their, whoever they live with couldn't be there to talk to them. I'm always here with an open ear.
Basically, you're an older mentor.
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. Lucia, what do you do? I know that you're a leader in the organization that you're a part of.
Yes, I'm a leader for Vida Joven, and usually, I'll go to the kids and be like, tell them I'm there for them, because that's mostly what everybody wants, someone to be there for them, want someone to listen to them, to hear them out, and if they have a problem, we'll try and solve it out. That's the main thing, that you're looking for someone to listen to.
Okay, and Karen?
Yeah, I know like Lucia was there for me when I was, having problems, and not only was she saying, I'm here for you, she was like telling me, well, you know what, I know what it's like because I've gone through the same thing. So, and it just helped me so much knowing that I'm not the only one,
Right.
So it's good to just say when you're not ashamed, just say, I've been through that, I know what it's like, you're not alone. It's good to say that because it really does help.
Wow. Trey?
yes, like they were saying, like before, don't just say that you're going to do something, actually go out and do it because, that could actually, put them down if you don't stand up to your word. And, you can, I try to teach someone, don't go out and try to make some bad mistakes that you see in your community because a lot of people like to, follow the person that they think is a good role model, but really they're not nobody.
Jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Tariana, you wanted to add something?
Yes, like Lucia and Karen said before, when I talk, I have friends, the friends that I talk to, they also are there for me. And I like when we talk, they say, oh, well, I understand where you're coming from. That gives me a little hope. They say, well, yeah, like she said, that you're not alone. Someone has been through your shoes, has been in your place, and they know what it feels like. And it's not really hard for you guys to communicate on that situation. It's way easier.
Well, we addressed anger management issues in the group on Tuesday night. And one of the ways that we addressed that was learning how to redirect a lot of the anger that you hold inside. And I think that promotes a lot of crime because some people don't know how to deal with the anger issues that they have. I mean, if there was something that you could actually say to someone and telling them how to redirect their anger, what would you say?
I know I learned this last year that it was like if somebody says you shouldn't have worn that shirt, redirect it and be like, this shirt's too nice for this specific thing. Like redirect it. Don't think of it like as they're saying something mean to you. Just redirect it,
In a positive way.
In a positive way, yeah.
Okay. Lanaya?
Can you repeat the question, please?
We'll come back to you.
Okay.
Trey?
I would say, what I would say
Yes.
to the person, I would probably tell them, like, if they're having a tough time, like, say they lose a basketball game or something, you'll get them next time. Or say someone's making fun of them, and they, I have lots of people, there's a lot of people who like to fight, It's not worth it. It's not worth you risking this for this person who's just trying to blow you up and get you mad because they're probably not going anywhere, trying to tear you down with them. So.
Okay.
Yeah, like on the fighting thing. I don't really get what's the point of fighting when at the end of the day, when it's all said and done and over with, I'm still not gonna like you, you're still not gonna like me, so we just wasted a lot of energy that could have been saved by just, walking away and leaving it alone.
Okay. And Lucille, you could probably best answer this question for me as far as how would you redirect some of the people that not only you deal with within your organization, but outside of that, how would you help them to redirect their anger?
Well, for my younger brothers, like they love soccer. So, you know, redirect your anger and playing soccer. Go out there, you know, kick the ball, just let it all out. Earn something you enjoy, like dancing, running, just, you know, push yourself with all that anger, just, you know, in that way.
Okay, that's great. Lanaya?
Like we did in ACT on the meetings Tuesday, you had us act out what we would do. Instead of going to the person, you had us, like, whatever we were feeling inside, what we would do to that person, do it and show out what you're going to do. Don't, like, I don't know how to put this, but don't go to the person and make a scene for nothing, because it's not okay, because you have youth looking at you that's younger than you that will look up to that, because that's how our community is now.
Trey?
Also, I feel like if you're in a position like you really don't like this person, most people don't know why they don't even like somebody. So you should go and sit down, like what it was that made you not like me, or what can we do like together so we won't have this problem with each other. Try to find a compromise.
All right, we're just gonna get ready to close our segment. This has been a great discussion today, and if you guys could tell everyone out there something in closing, starting with you, Trey, what would that be?
I would tell them, you know, keep your head up. Don't look at everything in a negative way. Look at the positive sometimes.
Tariana?
Be positive and always remember that there's someone out there who's been in your place and who has probably matured from it, so don't stress the little small things.
Lucia?
Be like, don't let anyone put you down. It's like you're the best person that you could be.
Lanaya?
Don't lose hope.
Karen?
I also agree, you know, don't lose hope. And if you see somebody like not doing as great as you, don't shame them. Help them be, you know, a better person.
Thank you all. Hope to have you back at our next discussion. In life, we have good and bad choices to make from different obstacles that we face. However, if we remember those choices will not only affect our today, but our tomorrow as well, then we must realize how important it is to always choose the right thing to do. I'm Shavonda Bailey, and thank you for joining us.